Hello, my friends. A guten Erev Shabbos. Happy Friday, followed by a beautiful, uplifting, restful, and above all, inspirational Shabbos Kodesh. This week's Parsha is a double Parsha. It's called Acharei Mos, Kedoshim. First Parsha deals mainly with the service in the temple on the day of Yom Kippur. Talks about how the Kohen Gadol does everything by himself, and he's only assisted in certain things by the other Kohanim, but everything has to be him on that day. And then we go into the second Parsha, which is called Parshas Kedoshim. Parshas Kedoshim says, Kedoshim Tiyu, you shall be Kodesh. The Jewish people have a mitzvah, a commandment, to be Kodesh. So, what does Kodesh mean? So if you were to ask anybody in the street who knows Hebrew, they'll tell you the word Kodesh means holy. We are supposed to be a holy people. Now I get a bigger question. What does holy mean? I have an easier time with Kodesh than holy. Holy. How do you explain to somebody how to be holy? A bagel? That's holy. A hole right through it. Maybe that's why Jews like bagels. Swiss cheese. My socks on a bad day. No, I'm just kidding. So in order to understand holy, we have to go back to the Hebrew, which is the original language. And we have to see how the word Kodesh is explained and examples of Kodesh. Kodesh means set aside and used for a specific purpose. It's Kodesh. Specifically for a purpose and set aside. And when it is used, it is elevated. It's used only for that. Only for this occasion. It's like if you ever had any a fancy dish in your house. Call it your special dishes. Would anybody take one of their special dishes and slap a piece of pizza on it and throw it in the microwave? No, because that's only for special occasions. That special dish, what makes it special? One, it's reserved, limited. We can't use it whenever we want. And when we do use it, we elevate it. We make it into something better. Those special dishes only come out on special occasions. So the word special means limited. So so now that we understand what Kodesh means, how are we, the Jewish people, supposed to be Kodesh, a holy people? Simple. We are reserved. We don't do whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want. And what we do, we're supposed to elevate it, make it better. How are we reserved? For instance, everything on this planet needs to consume some form of fuel. Everything eats. Your car eats. Plant life eats. Everything eats. We eat too. But how do we make it special? Make it Kodesh? Well, first of all, we're given several commandments in the Torah about what we are allowed to eat and what we're not allowed to eat. And when we do eat animals, there's a special way it has to be slaughtered and salted, because we're not allowed to have any form of blood. So that's the limiting part. But what about the elevating part? when we do eat, we make a blessing before, thanking God for the food that we have, understanding that everything comes from Him, and making a blessing afterwards. And what is this blessing for? To remind us that everything we have comes from God. So our menial task of providing sustenance for our bodies and energy becomes a religious service and a lesson that God's always there. So we limit and we elevate. I started this class just now by saying Shabbos Kodesh. Shabbos is a day of Kedusha. Now, I said before, I would have said, it's a holy day, holy Shabbos, but we just said we don't like that translation. So Shabbos Kodesh means it's a special day. How do we make Shabbos special? Same way, limiting and elevating. There are many, many things we are not allowed to do on Shabbos that we can do the rest of the week. Because of the Kedusha, the specialness, quote unquote, the holiness of Shabbos, there are 39 types of forbidden labor. But then, on the other hand, what we do, everything we do on that day, we elevate it. We make it special. We dress better. We eat better. We walk slower. We spend the day doing spiritual activities and spend the day just talking with our family or studying God's Torah. We elevate the day. And we are told that Shabbos is a day of holiness, Kedusha, but we don't like that word holiness. It's a day of specialness. So, when we're told in this week's Parsha, Kedoshim to you shall be a holy people, what we are being told is self-control. Self-control. Limiting. Even the rabbis say, even in the things that we're allowed to eat, self-control. And everything we do, we make it better. We elevate it. Have a beautiful Shabbos Kodesh.